after the Secretary arrived, he went into the Hope Hotel and he had a 90-minute briefing with Assistant Secretary Dick Holbrooke and Dick Holbrooke's team that has been here for the past 17 days at Wright-Patterson. And the team reviewed all of the major issues that have been discussed here for the last 2.5 weeks. What was impressive and what was striking about the presentation by Holbrooke and his team was that on each of the major issues there are outstanding differences that remain between the parties. Striking because I think all of us have seen some of the press reports out of Dayton and some of the prognostications from the journalists that somehow we're on the verge of success. I think it is absolutely the opinion of everybody here on our delegation, the American delegation, that while success is the objective, we are still some ways from success. Well, we're here not to throw in the towel. We're here to work hard and to help these countries make peace. The Secretary has not decided how long he's going to be staying. I think he'll stay as long as he thinks these countries are serious and as long as there is a prospect for some kind of result. Obviously, he can't stay here forever. He's the Secretary of State, and he has global responsibilities. And he regretted the fact that he had to suspend his trip and curtail his trip to Osaka. He came back here for a reason. The differences have clearly narrowed during the last 17 days, but the parties have also clearly not reached the point where they can agree on a comprehensive peace. And since we believe it's in our interest to help them do that, he came back here to help them do that. But there is no guarantee of success. I know some of you believe that the Secretary has come back to essentially to an agreement that's been put together. That is absolutely not the case. And I think every member of our delegation, after hearing the briefing that Dick Holbrooke gave tonight, with a series of descriptions of the daunting problems that remain, would agree that much work remains to be done.
Nick, the House voted tonight by a considerable margin to require that the President seek its approval for sending troops should there be an agreement to implement the peace, and also that it would need to pre-approve any sort of financing for that operation. Reaction?
Our reaction is this, Steve. This is the best chance that we have had for peace in the Balkans in 4 years. And for the House to take the action that it did at the defining moment of these negotiations is destructive and unwarranted and unhelpful. And I can't believe that this action this evening represents the will of the American people, and it certainly does not represent the will of Europeans. The fact is that 250,000 people have died in this war, and it's only been, frankly, since the United States took the leading role in the diplomacy and in the military effort that this situation has turned around and that there is now a prospect for peace. And we've been here at Dayton for 17 days, and a lot of progress has been made, and everybody agrees that we've reached the critical stage, the defining stage of these negotiations. For the House then to try to intervene in this process, to intervene in the work of American and European diplomats, is totally unwarranted and unhelpful.